Okay, so I'm going to do another album review. So I'm going to be reviewing GRIZZLY by Slaughter to Prevail. So let's get into this. So this song was released earlier this year in June, or no, July, by Slaughter to Prevail, which are a Russian deathcore group fronted by Alex Terrible, who some of y'all probably seen on YouTube and stuff like that. Some of y'all probably know some of the controversy he's been through with his little black sun tattoo on his right elbow. Plus, the some of the tweets he's posted before and stuff. So yeah. So anyway, so this album is mostly like deathcore and new metal with some groove metal elements. So it kind of reminds me of like a combination of like it reminds me of like a mix of like Suicide Silence and Slipknot. Um, but like a really watered down version and stuff. Yeah, this album is yeah, it's not good. Like the guitars and stuff like that, they sound pretty good. Stuff like that. But the mixing on this album is not very good. The vocals are they're not good. They sound kind of broken in a way, or at least in my opinion. And also, the drum kind of sounds like the Saint Anger snare, and it honestly just does not sound nice. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I'm trying to think of what exactly to say about this album. Um, I'm not a professional reviewer. I'm not doing this scripted at all. I'm not. So yeah, there's 13 songs on here. And yeah. So the first song, Banditos, uh it's not a very good song. It's the vocals are bad and stuff. The riffs go hard. They're really good and stuff, but it's ruined by the vocals and stuff. And yeah, and there's also a line on this song that is kind of sus if you think about it. It's in Russian, but the lyrics translate to the black sun is coming, or the black sun is rising, which is like which is, if you don't know what the black sun is, it's basically like a neo-Nazi like symbol basically. And yeah, which apparently Alex when he was younger got a black sun tattoo, which I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna like say that he is a Nazi, because I mean, I don't think that just because someone gets a Nazi tattoo that they are one, because I mean, some people don't really know what those symbols mean and stuff like that. And yeah, and then like, I mean, you could probably just be really young, dumb, and not thinking right and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so, but Alex says that it was because he, I guess, was hanging around with not a very good group of people, I guess, which is, I guess, why he got it. I don't really know. But I mean, to be fair though, like Lemmy Kilmeister did collect like Nazi memorabilia, just because that was just because he liked it, and he was totally against Nazism and racism. So yeah, but yeah. And I mean, if he was one at that time, I mean, I do believe that people can change and stuff like that. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to believe in change anymore, honestly. So yeah, but I'm not defending his decision to get it. He early should not have gotten the tattoo, because yeah, because like if you get a tattoo like that, someone's gonna accuse you of being a Nazi, and you probably aren't one, but people are gonna accuse you of being one anyway. So yeah, but anyways, back to the album. So song Russian Grizzly in America is probably the best song of the album in my opinion, which yeah, I know, better than 1984, but yeah, but I don't know, it just sounds I mean, then again, I feel like Bandito sounds a lot more listenable though, but it's kind of ruined by the Black Sun lyric line. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. And the first song, "I'm There," that features Ronnie Radke on it, and because of that, this is actually the lowest rated song of the album. But for some reason, I just didn't think this was as bad as as a couple of the other songs. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a bad song. All these songs are basically bad stuff. They are not good. But I don't know. Yeah. So um. Anyways, Baby Mellow also makes an appearance on here on this album, and yeah. Also, Ronnie Radke is one of is also a very controversial person because in the past he said a little bit of like transphobic stuff before, and he was also involved in a killing as well. So yeah, I can. Ronnie Radke's not a very good vocalist. I will say that he is not a good vocalist. I mean, he used to be when he was in Escape to Fate and early Falling in Reverse, but nowadays not so much. Part of me would like to review one of his albums from Falling in Reverse that I do not like, but well, honestly, Ronnie just can't handle criticism, so maybe once he actually learns to handle criticism, maybe I'll review one of those albums. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah. Kid of Darkness is also a really bad song here, and Rodina as well is also a bad song here. And stuff like that. Although, believe it or not, I actually think the worst song on here is 1984, which apparently is actually the highest rated song on the album, but me personally, I honestly think it sounds worse than the other songs. Like, even the guitars are actually pretty bad, too, and stuff. They sound choppy and stuff like that, and honestly, Alex's vocals probably sound a lot worse on this song than the others. I like the message behind it. I get why people like it because of the message and probably some other stuff. Well, I don't know. Maybe they actually think the song sounds better than the others, but personally, I just don't think it does. So yeah, but you know what? It's my opinion. I can have an opinion if I want to and stuff, If you don't respect my opinion, well, you know what? That's fine. I don't really mind, You can disagree with me all you want to and stuff. So yeah. But overall, this album, I give it a 4 out of 10. It's not a good album. I gave this a 43 out of 100 on album of the year and stuff. So yeah, a lot of people have given this like 0 and stuff, but that's just because of Alex's Nazi tattoo and stuff. So yeah, but I'm only reviewing this based on the music and stuff, like, because in my opinion, whether or not you like a band's music or not, or just an artist in general, should be based off of the sound, basically, not based on the actions or anything like that, and stuff like that. So yeah, like Lost Prophets, Ian is yeah, he's done he's probably the worst PDF file in the whole entire music industry and stuff like that. But I do not rank But I do not review Lost Prophets based on his actions. I review them based on the music itself and stuff like that. Plus there were 5 other members of the group and stuff, and there's 4 other members of Slaughter's Prevail. So, yeah. Maybe you disagree with that, and if you do, that's fine by me. So yeah. Overall, worst songs on here probably be 1984 and Kid of Darkness, and probably Song Free. And then the worst songs on here: Russian Grizzly in America, Banditos, and I don't know. I was hearing something. I was hearing a weird noise, like I don't know, wind gust or something. But it just came from outside, or maybe that was my dad just snoring. Or unless there's a demon trying to scare the crap out of me and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know what I'd say the other best song on this album will be. I don't want to go if I'm Dead. I don't know, maybe Babika, or however you say that. I don't know. I don't know. Or Viking. I don't know. Yeah. Overall, if you want to give this album a listen, it'll be in the description below if you want to check it out. It's not a good album and stuff. But hey, if you want, don't take my word for it. Maybe you'll enjoy it and stuff like that. I don't really know, but yeah. So yeah. Overall, I'll leave a link to the album in the description if you want to check it out. And yeah. So hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.